What's going on to the good people? Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Every week I'm later and later, huh? We here. We not messing around. Had to get everything in order. Mic check, sound check. Check in, good people. Let us know how we doing. We just came just to have a good time. Yeah, I like that. We not bothering nobody. Not messing with nobody. We just look, all we do is work. We go to work, we come home, we make some content. That's all we do. Not bothering nobody. We not messing with anyone. We kick it with our friends. We have a good time. We have a little show. We talk about some current topics. We smoke a cigar, drink some whiskey. Tonight, I got a healthy pouring of Eagle Rare. You don't see the bottle because I finished the bottle. There was a little bit left. I said, let me just finish this thing. And because I talk about the Lampert Connecticut's. I believe this is called, like, let me look it up. What's the Lampert Connecticut called? Like the Lampert Don Patron. I think so. Something like that. Is one of the Lampert Connecticut's. I guess Don Patron. We'll go with that. But it's black. Yeah. Lampert Black Card. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Lampert Black Card. All right, that's what I'm smoking. Lampert Black Card. All right. Enjoying the Lampert cigar. Why? Because I've been digging the Lamperts. In fact, I got a video coming out. I'll probably drop it on Sunday. About cigars that's worth the hype. Now, I did this Lampert. I said I didn't like their Connecticut offerings. So anytime I talk about a cigar, I decide to smoke the cigar. And so let's go, my friends. Let's check in. Let me light up this big boy. Now, I was doing the movies, and so we did the good, the bad, and the ugly. Last week we did Goodfellas. Here's the thing, my friends. Them movie studios, they got time. When you get a copyright strike from Time Warner, it makes you say, you know what, let me go in a different direction. When you got movie studios getting upset because you use their intellectual property, which is all good, it's all business. I should have checked in with them before I used it. I just figure I'm just a small little YouTube channel. Not hurt nobody. And so after getting all them copyright infringements and whatnots, somebody said I should do the movie Friday. I don't know. Maybe Ice Cube will hit me up and send me a copyright strike. So I said, okay, no more of the movies. So we're not doing the movie thing no more. We're not doing the movie thing anymore. And so we're done with the whole movie thing. So let me check in. Young, I know you celebrated your birthday. It's been some time now. Trust me, in the mail coming to you is a nice cigar pack. It's coming. It's on its way. And so we've been rising and grinding all week. I think I live a life where I'm willing to bet nobody in their life, nobody goes to work. Nobody has a day like I have. There ain't nobody who can say, oh yeah, sometimes I go to work, I might have to fire somebody. Sometimes I go to work, I might have to teach Bible study. Sometimes I go to work, I might have to do a funeral. Sometimes I go to work. It's my days, my friends, is The kind of experience I have when you're a full-time pastor and a full-time corporate leader, there's no telling what you're going to get into any given day. Buddy Frank is enjoying an LCA cigar by Pravada. And this Tuesday, I'm supposed to have Pravada on the show. And so Brian from Pravada is going to come on. That's going to be Tuesday that's coming up. And so we're going to do that a little bit earlier because he's on the East Coast. I think he's out in Florida. That's going to be Tuesday we're going to do that one at 4:30 Pacific. And we're still going to do a show. We'll still kick it with the people next Friday. So next week, you're going to get 2 shows. So what I'm going to be doing starting next week, I might drop it down to 2 videos a week. Give you a live or 2. So we're here for the people. We're here to engage with the people. And so we all here enjoying this Connecticut. I think it's Connecticut. Yeah, it's Connecticut by Lampert with some Eagle Rare. I said, I'm going to take it nice and easy. My wife said to me, she said, hey, do a quick show and come kick it with me. So I said, all right, we're going to do that. We're not doing no 2-3 hour long show. Just going to talk about some cigars. So we're looking at Cigar Aficionado's top cigars of all time. We're going to do that. Top cigars of all time. Just have a little conversation. That's all we're doing today. Just a little conversation. That's all we're doing. We're not hurting nobody. Not bothering no one. So young. So again, your cigars is on its way. What's going on, Chris? My frat brother, Bobby. Bobby says, stop giving up the goods. Stop telling the people. And so you guys been enjoying the content. We just getting warmed up, letting the folks check in. Letting my people. This show is for the people. This is for us. We put out some content last week. You guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you. I did a controversial video, but it's so many of you guys. Time and time again, you guys said, wow, you know what? The video I did with Padron? Padron. I'm thinking tequila. The video I did with Padron. I was just being honest. Wasn't trying to be controversial. Just being honest. And so many people said, yeah, we've been thinking the same thing. We've been wanting to say it. And look, we're all thinking the same thing. I just got a mic and a camera. And sometimes I'll say it. You know what? Brother Young, I just finished a bottle. I told you guys that bottle of some sherry. I can't remember what it was. I have that 12 year that I had last week. And you know what I smoked last night? God honest truth. I smoked me the Ferio Tego Generoso. I think that it might have been 2024. I'm not sure. That's what I smoked last night. God honest truth. Because I wanted to give the cigar another chance. And it was pretty good. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I'm always going to try a cigar, especially if I didn't like it the first time. So I went back to it. I forced myself. I said, hey, smoke this thing. Try to enjoy it. It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. And then so I'll probably check out some more of those cigars. But I really did. I enjoyed it. And again, it's you never know why you didn't enjoy the cigar the first time. So I always like to go back, try it out, check it out. And so I had that just last night. But I put out the video on Padron. Just saying that, hey, I'm not really liking them. It's too strong. It's too the same thing over and over. Big Manny, you got a package headed your way as well. So you check your mailbox in the next day or two. Maybe come Friday. Maybe come Friday. What am I saying? Check your mailbox in the next day or two. Maybe come Monday or Tuesday because of the weekend and whatnot. I said Friday because I sell this content. There's a comment because I was trying to do the movie thing, but I'm not messing with the movie thing no more. These movie houses don't like that. So we just gonna talk about cigars, just do our thing, just chill, just kick it. So anyway, did the video about Padron. Did that video. Just share my honest thoughts. I didn't think anyone would connect to it or relate to it. And so many of you. I mean, yeah, the video's got over like 3,000 views. And I love the comments. See, this is the thing. Not so much the views, but look at the comments. I mean, the comments is probably, and you can check it, it's probably well over 100, might be 300 comments. That's a lot of comments. I mean, there's a lot of videos out here that have like 10,000 views and have 20 comments. This video I'm talking about, in fact, I'm gonna check it while we talking. I'm gonna check my numbers. This video, let me see. How many comments? Can I see it here? See, I love that engagement. Why I stopped smoking Padrones. 182 comments. And so people were engaged. And most of the comments is people saying, yeah, I agree. Right there with you. I mean, nobody said, oh, you're wrong. We're all thinking the same thing. And so that's what I love about what we do on a Friday night. And we're just going to talk about some cigars. I'm going to talk about Cigars Aficionado, they're top rated of all time. And so I've done, their best of last year. I've done those kind of things. I've shared with you my top cigars of all time. But I said, let's just have a quick conversation. We're not hurting nobody. Nothing controversial. Did another video about cigars I gatekeep. And so again, just share it with the people. Here's the good cigars I smoke. I normally don't talk about them, but I said, okay, I'm going to talk about it in this one video. And so again, on Sunday, I'm dropping a video, cigars worth the hype. All we doing is just giving the people good content, good information. That's all we do. That's it. There's no hidden agenda, no ulterior motives. That's all we're doing here. Just giving the people some good information. It's a Friday night. We're going to kick it for a little while. Not a long while, just a little while. So make sure you're hitting like. Make sure you help us to get ready. I said, you know what? Next week, we're going hard. So I got Brian from Bravado on Tuesday. Then I'm going to do our show. I might do some controversial social topic next week. But I said tonight, let's just talk about cigars. Let's just keep it there. What's up? What up, though? Yeah, I'm going to spend some extra time with the wife. And we just chilling. And so we'll start dropping. You made it, my friend. Welcome. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to start just dropping maybe 2 videos a week. Hit you up with a lot of shorts. Try to get some extra lives in. Next week, I'm doing a video. Probably put this out on maybe Wednesday or so. About the delicious chocolatey cigar. And that's all we're talking about. We look at cigars that taste good. What am I smoking? This is a Lampert. So again, it's something black card. It's pretty good cigars, Connecticut. And we got some stuff to give away. And so that's all we do. We come, we give you some information, we give you some cigars, some whiskey. What could be a better show? You hang out, you get some entertainment, some education, and then you get some bottles of whiskey, some cigars. Giving away this bottle of New Riff. So who won this? The winner is Tito World 101. Tito World 101. So everybody, let's send some congratulations to Tito World 101. You know You know the rules. Tito, connect with me. Send me an email. Email me. Tell me you won. Give me your address. You'll have the bottle before the week is out. But you got to connect with me. So Tito World 101. All right, let's get it going. I love the Paul Gamarian. And so that's that old school stuff. Back in the days, 5 years ago, we were smoking Paul Gamarians. That's when we were smoking the Byrons and the Atabays. That's when they was really good. 5 years ago. Before there was any hype in the cigar content space. And so let's get it going. We just talking about some cigars. That's all we doing. Nothing controversial. Enjoy your cigar, my friend. Brother Daryl. All right. Yeah, young gatekeepers. Yeah, you got a pack coming to you. And I made sure I put in some of the cigars that I normally don't talk about. So I think Bobby said, oh, man, yeah, once you started talking about the cigar, then now I can't find it. And so hence, I might start putting out that kind of stuff on my Patreon. And so I haven't been as active as I should be on my Patreon. I'm going to get it going again. There's some content I don't want to put it out and 1,000 people watch it and go out and buy the cigar. I mean, I want to help, but I don't want to hurt us. And so some content like that gatekeeper, I might put that kind of stuff on my Patreon. So just a small community finds out, gets the good information. So I might start doing that. Brother Jeff is dealing with a tornado. So that reminds me, we start our show off with a prayer. I'm a godly man, Christian man, military man, good father, good husband, good friend. We start our show off with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we pray that you protect all those right now in harm's way. Those facing tornadoes, blizzards, those facing wars. God, we pray that you would give us just a moment of peace, release, unwind. Be with us. Bless every man, every woman that's listening. Bless their households, oh God. Give us a good time of fellowship as we just relax and unwind. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, amen. All right, let's get it going. Tito won the bottle. He said there's some pillows. Yeah, I'm suing. I'm seeing all kind of coffee shops called Rise and Grind. Pillows called Rise and Grind. Just like Warner Studios tried to sue me. I'm suing everybody. So no more movies. And I even tried to show like small little snippets of the clips. You guys saw what I did. But then movie houses was like, nope. So the video still did good, or the live still did good. But they're like, and here's what they did. I'll give you the game. They said, look, your video is still gonna be monetized, but we taking all the money. That's what they did. I said, you know what? Let's go in a different direction. What's up, Johnny G? Mr. Opus. All right. I know, where's everybody? Let's get it going. To all the content creators out there. So my buddy says, where's our old Fogey Stogie? Good friend of mine. You know what else? I was like, let me not say nothing. To all the content creators out there, just keep doing your thing. I see you, I watch you, I recognize you, I support you, I'm here for you. You know I've been here. Most of the content creators, look, I've been sending cigars to people, sending just support. Most cigar content creators can admit when they first got started, I was probably one of the only guys leaving comments. I can't do that anymore. I honest to God truth. I can't. I want to do it, but I can't. You know why? Because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Here's what happens. If you drop a video and I just leave just a comment, I just say anything, the people who don't like me, they gonna go crazy and just and then I don't like for that to happen, because what happens is now the attention of the video and the focus of your video, there's people who they'll respond to my comment in a video and not even comment on the video. This stuff happens all. So that's why a lot of you guys, if I got your number, I'll just text you and say, hey, good video. Sometimes I can't even leave a comment on your video because I know it's just going to distract from what you're doing, because it happens a lot. It happens a lot. And so sometimes to my friends, that's why I always say, hey, my friends, look, I got you. To the Johnny G's, I got you. I watch all your videos. But I already know if I leave a comment, the people who don't love me, then they'll just start commenting, not even on the video. Like I said, just to my comment. And I don't like that. I think it's cheap. I think it's disrespectful to the content creator. At least leave a comment on the guy's video and at least tell him good video. Don't just try to argue with me. And so once I saw that happening, I said, you know what? And I mentioned it because it happened this week. A video came out. I just left a comment. I just said, you know, whatever. And sure enough, before you know it, I'm like, here's a whole chain of comments based on my comment. And I think it's just not called for. It's not. So to the content creators out here, keep doing your thing. I support you. I got you. Yeah, I'm going to make fun of stuff. That's what I do. But you know, deep down, we know where the real support's coming from. All right, Brother Nate's enjoying hollowed hands. And so I've had like 2 of them so far. And so I really want to let mine sit for a second. And then I'm going to revisit it. So it's avowed. And it's stronger than the normal avoweds. And so I really want to let those things sit. So the stronger cigars, you let them sit, let them age, let them get some time on them. And so Avowed's putting out some great cigars. And so again, I'm putting out a video, probably drop it on Sunday, entitled Cigars That's Worth the Hype. And I think the Avowed is going to make that list. Some good stuff. So let's get it going, my friends. Charlie smoked the Don Carlos number 2 earlier. Beautiful cigar. In fact, I was in LA at a church conference earlier this week, and I went to a local lounge that I go to, and I got me the Presidente Don Carlos, and so I got me that, a double shot of Knob Creek, and I was just having a good time, just chilling by myself, just chilling. But you can't go wrong with a Don Carlos. What's going on? What's up, Robert? Smoking a Decenio. Hopefully that's the definition. And speaking of which, that's something else that I think is worth the hype. All right. And my brother's smoking on the Timeless Supreme. Okay, everyone keeps talking about the Timeless Supreme, and so I got to revisit it. Like I said, I just smoked the whatever it's called, the Elegancia last night, and I enjoyed it. And so I'll check out the Timeless Supreme. And so, Johnny, everyone else, so listen, I got a video that's still up now on that Hollowed Hands. I call it like the newest cigar. The video is still up now. It's up now, so check it out. Check it out. It might not always stay up because I think that video has gotten me the lowest views I had like in months. And so if you want to watch the video, I suggest you watch it in the next few days. And so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Brother says, yeah, left in 1926. Yeah, the thing about stronger cigars, you just got to age them a lot. And so I think maybe that's the case with the Patrons. You got to age them. Some of that strength's got to mellow out. I used to always say the same thing about Tabernacle. I love Tabernacle, but it's just too strong. And so I had to let them sit for like a year or two, and then I love them. Maybe that's the case with Padrones, but we'll see. My thoughts on Lampert. Yeah, I'm digging the Lampert. So that's what I'm smoking now. I'm smoking this Lampert. First, I didn't really like the Lampert Connecticut's, but now I'm enjoying it. So I'm smoking this one. I think it's the Don Padron or something like that. But it's the black card. And so I'm really enjoying this. All right, let's get into this. All we talking about tonight. We 26 minutes in. We just gonna talk a little bit. My brother Singer got some Amazon Basins and some Andalusian Bulls. And so time does everything. I said with Padrones, maybe you just need to give it some time. Amazon Basins, the 2026. I smoked a couple of them. I'm gonna just let the box sit. It needs some time. Sometimes a cigar can be so strong and needs some time to get some of that nicotine out of it. I think that's what happens with the Padrones. Sometimes a cigar could be rushed to market and it's just not blending well. I think that's the case for the Amazon Basin 2026. Sometimes a cigar, even though it's medium to mild, like the Andalusian Bull, sometimes you just need some time. Sometimes it's just packed with moisture. And so time does so much for a cigar. So if a cigar is too strong, give it time. If a cigar is too edgy. Most people who smoke the Amazon Basin 2026, they say, oh, it's got a spice on it. Yeah, that's it's not supposed to have that spice. It's supposed to be plum and figs. It needs some time to get some of that spice off. And then again, Andalusian Bull, just give it some time. All right, let's get going, my friends. Last little check-in with y'all before we go. What am I doing tomorrow? You know, I'm wearing my fraternity gear. Omega Psi Phi. In my community, Saturday mornings, we do a mentor program with our young men of the community. So we take like 20 to 30 young men, and we're all professionals. We all got our different areas of expertise. We just work with them, teach them stuff they need to know in life. And so everything everything you see me doing here on this show, last weekend, I had some friends come over. We smoked cigars, talk. Tomorrow, mentoring some young men. And so when I say, look, we just help. That's all we do. We help people out. We don't take nothing from nobody. We're not asking nothing from nobody. We just help the community in real life. And so when I'm not doing this, I'm really in my church. I'm really in the community. I'm really trying to make a difference. And so I say this because I'm always like, man, well, how come I got trolls and haters and all this stuff? All I do is just try to help people. So I say tonight, we just talking cigars. That's it. Nothing controversial. Nothing for nobody to get mad about. Yeah, Young has just recently tried the Tobacco Knot, so I love that cigar. In fact, I did a video on that cigar. I said I fell back in love with that cigar. And so the Johnny Tobacco Knot by Room 101. All right, so let's just dive into this. So we're looking at, let me see, any more announcements? No more announcements. 30 minutes into the show, we can start. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're engaging. We're not going to be here all night. Let's get it going. I'm sipping on some Eagle Rare. Normally I go high proof whiskey. I said, okay, let's just take it easy. Smoke me a nice Connecticut. Just talk to the people. We're not saying nothing that's going to upset nobody. Brother Johnny has had the rare finds, Hammer and Dream Padron. So I haven't had that. I've heard it's good. I really want to smoke the Padron Black. I haven't had that. Maybe that'll pull me back in on Padrones. This is Eagle Rare 10. I haven't even had the 12. And so, yeah, back in the days, I would have had everything. But now I don't really buy that much whiskey. That's why I'm trying to give away whiskey. And so, Brother Tito has won this new riff. Tito, make sure you check in. All right, we're going to answer a couple questions. We're going to just dive into this thing. Okay. Cohiba Black, I don't smoke none of the Cohibas. I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them. It's too hit and miss with the Cohiba New Worlds. And so I got no idea on it. Yeah, I don't even try to smoke them because I just don't want to be disappointed. My brother says, and we talking about best cigars of all time. So I told you my list. And so if you know me, you know what I'm probably going to say. Me. It's going to be Oliva Series V Milanio. That's just way up there for me. It's going to be the Don Carlos we talked about. It's going to be Opus X. So those three right off the bat. I'll probably throw in like a Bolivar Belicoso. And then maybe the Amazon Basin. Not this year's. I could even throw in last year's. Last year could make my top 5 of all time. And so that's my list. Some other special mentions would be the Andalusian Bull. Special mentions would be Prensado, Alec Bradley Prensado. So those are some cigars. Ashton, ESG. So that's my list of all time. So what we're going to do is just look at Cigar Aficionado. I'm looking at some of their highest rated cigars. We'll have a little conversation on it. Nothing major. Just a little conversation. And I'll let you guys talk. And let me know if you've had these cigars. So Cigar Aficionado. Again, that's the list. And so I reached for this Eagle Rare because I said, you know what? I've only been doing the high proof stuff. So I said tonight, and the weather we've been having here in Southern California, I thought it was going to be hot. So let's dive into this. Let's dive into this. Okay, I'm going to answer a few more questions because I got to talk to the people. So again, we doing this tonight. And we're doing a live on Tuesday night with Pravada. And so what I love about Pravada is it's not going to be the stuff that makes a list, but it's just going to be good cigars. And so I think the best thing we can do for you all is show you stop gatekeeping. And so that's why I did a whole video on it about not gatekeeping. It's so easy to say, oh, just smoke Opus X. Yay. Okay. But I like to share the experiences and let you know what's good. And that's what I like with Pravada. It's more based upon getting you good cigars, which is based on aging. And so it's no brands and all that kind of stuff. And so this guy, this cigar expert, he says, I didn't say it, he said it. I'm not saying nothing is going to upset nobody today. He said, worst cigars on earth are the Cohiba New Worlds. And so yeah, I don't look, we all think the same thing. That's why my channel has the success it does. Because I just say what the regular guy's thinking. Most people say Padrones are just the best and yay. I come out of nowhere and say, look, I mean, they're the best, but I don't really smoke them. Most people will say Cohibas, yay, that's the best. If we're being honest, nah, they ain't. I don't smoke them. So my brother says, nah, they ain't that good. I've been looking to get into the Perdomo Legacy. I've heard that they're good. I've heard the Bella Artes, so the AJ stuff. I don't love all the AJ stuff. And there's another thing that got me into hot water, saying I don't like AJ cigars. Most of them are just too spicy and earthy, just like Padrones. But the Bella Artes, there are some lines. I think there's also a San Lantano. There are some lines of that AJ puts out. That's good. Yeah, Melanio for me, definitely top three. I just love Melanios. I keep 2 boxes on hand at all times. I keep a box of Robustos and a box of the Figurados. All right. You know what? He said his pastor is starting a men's group. God, honest truth. So I'm starting a men's group at my church, starting on Thursday. So when I come together, so tomorrow, my fraternity brothers, we meeting up with the young men of the community. Just going to engage with them, teach them some stuff. And then for my church, starting a men's group. It's a men's group called the Men's Circle, where we just come together and do pretty much this. Iron sharpens iron. We just talk. We just connect with as men. And that's all we're doing here. So the reason why I can come on and do this is because when the camera goes off, this is what I'm doing anyway. So that's why, yeah, it's what I'm doing regardless. Now, I mentioned my best cigars, favorite cigars of all time. I do have a box of the Lusitania, Partagas Lusitania. I smoked one of them, loved it. But I think I haven't smoked enough of them to really put it on the list. But it's definitely one of the best cigars of all time. All right. I also do like the Monte Cristo number 2. All right, let's dive into this. All right. Make sure you're hitting the like button. We're going to have a good little conversation. So we're looking at cigar aficionados. They're top rated cigars. So all these cigars are rated 95 and above. I think the highest rated one probably got a 98. So we're just going to look at them. I'll let you guys give some commentary. Now, the Aging Room Cuatro, Nicaragua. Let me know if you've had this cigar. Now, this cigar, the Asian Rum Cuatro, so this one here, this Concerto. In fact, I can't see. This cigar here, rated a 95. Now, one of these kind of cigars, one of these Asian Rum Cuatros got Cigar of the Year one year. What I like about this, I think it's put out by, I can't remember the brother's name, Nadal. Asian Rum uses AJ Fernandez tobacco, and their prices are just affordable. And so I think I said this last week. Instead of chasing and trying to get you that Atabey Black, go get you some Asian Rum. Instead of chasing after all these super expensive cigars, there's so much good cigars out here, my friends. The Asian Rum, so Cigar Aficionado gave this a 95. This cigar, you can walk into any brick and mortar, walk into any humidor, get this thing for like $12. Chocolatey notes. It's an AJ cigar, so wonderfully constructed, just box worthy. And so whether you get the Concerto or whether you get the standard one with the orange band on it, just amazing cigars. Absolutely amazing cigars. So let me know if you had this. Let me know if you've had any of the Asian Rums. One thing that I notice is that, you know, sometimes when a cigar comes out, the hype tends to go away. People start talking about it. If we're talking about just good cigars, just something that's delicious, something that's tasty, something that's affordable. Now, I've heard a lot of people say the Cohiba Rubicon, that's the one because it's affordable. All right, I'll check it out. I might if I smoke a cohiba, I gotta do that on camera because I'm only doing it for the people. I've given up on cohibas. It's hard for me to smoke something. It's hard for me to experiment with cigars because I smoke like 5 to 7 cigars a week. So I can't spend that time wasting it on a cigar. At the end of a long day, when I light up a cigar, it's gotta matter. If I could tell you what I did today, I'm not gloating over it, but yeah, I had to terminate an employee, and so that's the kind of stuff. That's what I'm doing throughout the day. And so when nighttime comes and I get to sit outside, smoke a cigar, I can't waste that moment. I get it once a day, once every other day sometimes. And so it's got to be good cigars. And so that's why I get so mad when a cigar isn't good, because the way I see it, if you a man or a woman, you've been working all day dealing with stuff, you light up a cigar, it's so disappointing to smoke a bad cigar. It's so disappointing when you spend all day long dealing with stuff and you light up a bad cigar. So I can't even try out a lot of cigars because I just can't waste that moment. Brother Young's talk about the Man O' War Ruination. Yeah, I used to love those. I think those are AJ as well. Yeah, I it's a good Gurkha, truth be told. They have one, this thing is called like the 12-year reserve, something like that. Those are pretty good. There's a 12-year reserve and a 15-year reserve. So those are good. And so, Brother Bobby, on Tuesday, I like to say Tuesday. I'm going to go back to saying Tuesday. That's what I grew up saying. Tuesday. My wife would tease me when I say it like that. I think my Caribbean tongue says Tuesday. On Tuesday, I'm going to light up a blue cheese. And so I'm expecting us to do the show with Brian. He was sick last week. And so I'm going to light up a blue cheese. I thought about maybe lighting up a turducken, but I smoked one of those already. So I'm going to light up a blue cheese. And so, and yeah, I'm really digging the Pravada stuff. All right. Brother says 1926, 90th never misses. Look, Padrones, I'm sure they're amazing cigars. But I gotta let mine sit for a little while. What kind of humidors do I use? So now I'm big into the thermoelectrics because I don't want to have to keep maintaining it. I don't want to have to keep adding water and humidity packs. And so I've done a ton of videos showing you guys just the thermoelectrics. But let me be honest. I got those, and yeah, I was sent those. And so if I wasn't sent them, just get you some Tupperware. Throw your Boveda packs in them, and that'll do you good. In fact, they probably even age your cigars a little bit better because the plastic just seals everything in. And so if you really want to talk about aging cigars, just get you some Tupperware. You don't have to do the fancy. Now, we're all going to do the fancy desktops because we like to have fancy stuff, It's okay. Like right now, I know I don't need a fancy lighter, but I got this Lotus, I got this little fancy thing. And when you're visiting cigar lounges and, you like to pull out a little fancy thing. So it's okay to get the fancy stuff, but you don't have to get it. You don't need it. I don't necessarily like the only olive I really like. I like the G because it's African Cameroon. I just like the Series V Milanio. I don't like it as a Maduro. I don't like the Oliva V. I just like the Series V Milanio. Now, a cigar that I really started with, I used to love, is this El Centurion H. It's like this Connecticut blend, some kind of hybrid blend. I believe it's put out by my father. Love that cigar. Love that cigar. And so that's a cigar. Yeah, I'm digging that one. All right, let's continue with this list. We're not doing this all night. And so another one that was highly rated by Cigar Aficionado is this Cuesta Rey Centro Fino Sun-Grown. And I talked about this already. I did a whole video on this saying that this cigar, like nobody talks about this. Cigar Aficionado listed this. I think it was like number 4 of last year. Great cigar. Cost you like $12. Arturo Fuente. Made in a special way. So it's sun-grown. What does that mean? You get more sun enrichment. And so the way they grow a lot of cigars, sometimes they put a cover over the cigars, over the tobacco. So it doesn't get too much sun. Sometimes they don't. And so the sun brings nutrients and it brings just more taste. Makes it deeper, a little bit richer. And so this Cuesta Rey Centro, really liked it. Because I already did a whole video on that. Let's jump to another one. The Gelles Family Cigars Santa. So this one also got a 95. And if the show goes on, if you guys keep engaging, that's going to be my next cigar. And so I've never had one of these. I've never had any of the Gelles. And so I think that's by Warp. That's Warp's premium line. I haven't had any of the Gelles. Warp came out with some good cigars. I love the Chinchale. They had a good moment. They had some really good cigars. And then I think it started getting a little hyped. Prices started to go up. And now I don't smoke them that much anymore. But tonight before you, I'll try this Santa. And so I've got no idea what it tastes like. Let me know if you guys have had this. I think it got some buzz a little while ago. But I'll check it out tonight. See what it's all about. See what all the hype was about. Cigar Aficionado gave it a 95. And so it's put out by Warp. Warp is one of those brands, Warp and Crown Heads, and sometimes these brands pop up. They get a little buzz and then they fade to black. And so now I've heard that these are very expensive cigars. It looks to be a Connecticut. Maybe it's a Ecuadorian Habano or something. If you've had it, let me know. Let me know if you've had the Gelles Family Santa. All right. Some people don't like the aging room. All right. Let's dive into this. So my brother says I might be the only person disappointed with the My Father Blue. No, we all disappointed with the My Father Blue. All of us are disappointed with the My Father Blue. You see, the beauty about what we're doing, we're being honest. Not saying what we're supposed to say. Everybody was disappointed with the My Father Blue. Now, why did it get Cigar of the Year? And I don't know. I don't know why. Most of us think the same thing. And I know people like to say, oh, well, that's just your palate. Your palate is different. When I say something like, and if we can go all the way back, in fact, I'm going to do a live just based upon, the live is going to be entitled, What Did I Say? Because I say stuff and people act like I open up Pandora's box and I pissed everyone off. There's some things we all think. We all know AJ cigars are a bit peculiar. They've got an acquired taste. They got a strength to them. They got a spiciness to them. They got an earthiness to them. And if we're being honest, it ain't a cigar you can smoke all the time. Now, I just mentioned Agent Room and some Tabernacles and a lot of great cigars that AJ makes. But a lot of them you can't smoke them all the time. That's something we all know. But if you say it, people get mad. We all know Padrons. Padrons are wonderful, but you can't smoke them all the time. But I said it. And now, and again, most people, again, check out that video. Check out the comments. Over 183 comments. People are saying stuff like, yeah, dude, I've been thinking the same thing. So it's okay for us to say what we really think. So my brother here says he was disappointed with the My Father Blue. And so when I did a video on that one, I said this was a mediocre cigar. I said, you know what? I smoke the My Father Blue sometimes as a breakfast cigar if I don't want to think about the cigar. It's just the definition of mediocrity. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not flavorful. It's not boring. It is just the most, what's the term the kids use? It's the most mid. It's the most mid cigar ever made. And I don't hate it for that reason. Because sometimes you want to just smoke a mid cigar. Sometimes it ain't about the cigar. Sometimes you just want to have that moment. Maybe you just want to focus on your drink, your whiskey, your coffee. Sometimes you just feel like blowing smoke. Yeah, you want a nicotine rush. And that's what the My Father Blue is to me. Brother Chris likes the Rocky Patel Gold label. All right, I got to get into that. CAO 660 Flathead. You know, as I was preparing for this show, I was looking at some of the cigars that's like 95 rated and above. And the CAO Flathead. Now, it was one of the particular ones. Might have been the 660. It wasn't the one with the red band. But it was rated up there. It got like a 95. And the only reason I didn't feature it tonight because I talk about it all the time. And I know people like to say, oh, we have different palates. I don't really. Yeah, we could be different slightly, but we know when something tastes good. We all eat McDonald's and Burger King. We all appreciate certain tastes. We know when something's good. If it's good, it's good. And the people always say, oh, if you don't like it, don't say it's bad because somebody else might like it. Listen, do we do that with food? Do we do that with anything else? With anything else, we taste it and we say, nah, I didn't like it. It wasn't that good. And human beings can understand that and appreciate that and know what you're saying. If McDonald's comes out with a new burger and I say the burger doesn't taste good, most of us, most of the time think the same thing. And so I hate it when people say, oh, don't just say your opinion. First of all, I can only say my opinion. That's the only opinion I got, my own. I'm not getting talking points. I'm not reading notes. I'm not talking to brands and saying what they want me to say. I'm saying what I think it tastes like. And I'm okay to say it because 90% of the times, my friends all agree. We all got the same tasting notes. We know when something tastes good and when it doesn't. And just like Charlie said, I would say to you, I said 100 times, CAO Flathead is affordable and delicious. That's just, we all know that. We all do. And what I'm bringing is I'm letting us just say it. Be comfortable with it. You see, we are, all right, listen, I said no social commentary tonight, but listen, as I have a drink of my Eagle Rare. We all just want to be politically correct, don't we? That's listen, we've been socialized. They've been pushing that down our necks, throats, mouths for the past 10 years. Saying don't have an opinion. Don't say nothing that's offensive. I'm seeing all kind of content creators say, oh, if I don't like a cigar, I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm just going to say it's not for me. No, if I don't like it, it's bad. I'm taking a stand. If I don't like it, I'm going to say it sucks. Because my tongue is like the average human being tongues. And if I smoke a cigar and it tastes like grass, or it tastes like funk or something, that's generally not what a human being wants to taste. And so it's okay to say it's bad, it don't taste good. But we're so scared. We're so timid. We don't listen. Here's how bad it's gotten. And I'm getting a little cold. I'm gonna put my jacket on. Here's how bad it's gotten. All right, I'm getting fired up. Make sure y'all hitting like. Hit the like button. Hit like as we get started. I said I'm just talking about cigars. I'm not gonna say nothing controversial, nothing. But listen, here's how bad it's gotten. We don't want to offend nobody. If a man walks up to you with a full beard and he say he a woman, we don't want to offend him. He could have a beard. He could be 6'4", muscles, with a deep voice, and he could say, "My name is Mary. Call me Mary." And we're like, "Okay, Mary." We don't want to offend nobody. We will tell our own eyes, don't believe what you see. Call him Mary. He said his name is Mary. Call him Mary. Don't offend him. We got from the point of we don't want to offend nobody. We want to be so politically correct. We don't even want to offend a cigar. That's how bad it's gotten. We are afraid to offend inanimate objects. We got people who you literally do cigar content. You said this is what you want to do, and you don't want to offend the cigar. It's not real. It's not a person. So if I smoke this cigar and I say it sucks, it's okay. It's okay to say it sucks. There's nothing wrong with it. If I drink this whiskey and I said, "Oh, I don't like how it tastes. I think it sucks," I don't have to say that in a politically correct way. I don't have to say, "Oh, it's just not for me." No, I can say it sucks. We've gotten so bad, we don't even want to offend inanimate objects. And so the thing about this show is I'm a real person talking about real stuff. I can't do what all I'm doing throughout the day. Being a pastor, working in corporate America, father, husband, mentoring young men, doing all this stuff, and then jump on here and be like this special, politically correct. And no, I can't do that. I can only bring you the truth, and I can only say the truth. And I say it all the time. I can't filter it. I can't sometimes. No, the truth is the truth. And so if a cigar sucks, what does that mean? Does that mean it's just not for me? No. It means my human tongue and the taste buds that have been placed on my tongue, which is very similar to the other 8 billion human beings, because we all got the same taste buds. We all all of our taste buds do the same thing. It picks up sweet, sour, salty, spicy. We all the same. Just like you can all see me one way, because that's how I am. You can all see a black beanie. When you smoke a cigar and you taste it, if it tastes like trash, it's okay to say that. But again, they got us all. They want us to be scared to offend the cigar. That's literally what people want us to do these days. And that's what people try to attack me. Say, "Oh, he sometimes says too much of the truth. He should just say it like a different way. Like he doesn't have to be all direct and no. What am I? You think I'm scared to offend the cigar? It's not even a real. It's not real. It's not even like it's dead. It's okay to say, hey, cigar, yeah, you kind of sucked. Okay, I don't know how I got on that tangent, but let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if I'm off base with this, because I've been hearing this so much where people say, I didn't like the cigar. Doesn't mean it's bad. Just means I didn't like it. No. You probably didn't like it because it sucked. That's it. And it's okay to say that. What I wear today? Oh, I was on my business mode today. I was doing business, so I rock some Creed Green Irish Tweed. That's my business. Not trying to be fancy, trying to be solid. So again, I had to do some very solid leadership management things today. And so I said, I need to go with something solid, something that screams stability. So, all right. So we just talking about best cigars, cigar aficionado. San Andreas wrapper cigars that we'll recommend. Got one for you real fast, Jonathan. Postani's got a good San Andreas. So I really like the San Andreas wrapper. Another one, San Andreas. So that's Mexican San Andreas. So Olmec, I believe the Olmec that Foundation puts out is Mexican San Andreas. And so I'm interested to also try this. To try this Gillis. I haven't had this before. And so I'll smoke it before you. If I like it, I'll say it's good. If I don't like it, I'm going to say it sucks. I'm going to say, cigar, you suck. And there's other people, there's grown men who will clutch their pearls and say, oh my God, how could you say that to the cigar? It ain't like you're saying it to a little boy, telling a little boy he sucks. No, it's just a cigar. It's okay. That's why I say all the time, I ain't hurting nobody. I'm not offending anyone. How can you be controversial because you say some cigars don't taste good? And so maybe that's just the beauty of my channel. Just a guy just speaking his truth. All right, let's get back into the cigar content. I said I'm not coming here to bother nobody. But I just think we see so much of society. Society is going to spill into everything. And when I found that grown men are scared to speak truth about how something tastes. And I'll say this, if folks can't speak truth about how something tastes, and you wonder why we losing. You wonder why manhood and masculinity is gone. You wonder why our little boys are wearing dresses. You wonder why men sit in their garage and can't even come in the house no more. You wonder why everything's falling apart. Because men are afraid to speak and to even say, hey, look, yeah, this cigar sucks. All right. Yeah, like my brother says, the My Father Blue sucked. We all know it sucked. And the Coco Drios sucked. That cigar sucked. That cigar tastes like ass. That cigar was so bad. I smoked it and I was like, is it me? And I kept trying to like it. I got a whole box of them things. I would love to just give them away, but I don't want to just give them away because I don't want someone to get it and then feel like they have to smoke them. That cigar was so bad. But we're afraid to say it. And all right, okay, let's talk about some more. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Hit like. Don't leave me out here all by myself, just sharing the truth. All right, we're going to continue. So, this cigar got 95, highly rated cigar. Now, I wish you can see the year. It says issue January 1st, 2026, but I don't think that's right. Maybe this one was. Maybe this particular Vitola. You know how I feel about the Liga Privada, but I put it on here to be objective. And so, for all those who love the Liga Privada, go ahead and shout out your Liga Privadas. I wish I could love them. I said it. It's like that girlfriend you broke up with, where you just can't go back. I wish I can go back to the Liga Privadas. I don't know what happened to me. The last one I smoked was the last one I'll smoke. And I'm sure they're good cigars. I'm certain that they're good cigars. But yeah, I can't smoke them. They're just too almost dry in a sense. They're too. Certainly, there's a chocolate note on there, but I just wish it had some. It's like eating dark chocolate to me. I wish it had some sugar in it. You know, you ever had like dark chocolate and you're like, ooh, you ever had like actual dark, like cocoa, like real cocoa, and you realize that, oh yeah, I don't like cocoa. You know, for all the chocolate lovers out here, you ever like had actual like cooking chocolate, and then you come to realize that you don't like cooking chocolate. You like Snickers and Mars, and you like chocolate bars, but you don't actually like cooking chocolate. You don't like the actual real deal chocolate. And that's what I think about when I think about Privada. I don't really like them. It's a reminder to me that you say you like chocolate, but you don't. And speaking of which, so again, I'm dropping a video about the most delicious chocolatey cigar I ever had. And so that's coming out. That's a cigar that's going to be chocolate that I like. And so that's coming out. So I know you guys loving people like the Ligas. And they're really good cigars. I imagine they're good. The thing I think about when I think about Liga, for those who know cigars, you know the whole story. Drew Estate, that was the big company. They're still doing good. Nick Melillo worked there, and Steve Saka worked there. And I'm mentioning this because since then, there's two cigars that's on the market right now. Nick Melillo left Drew Estate and started Foundation Cigars. Steve Saka left Drew Estate and started Dunbarton Cigars. And now, this year, there has been released the Foundation 10th anniversary and the Dunbarton and Trust 10th anniversary. And so you got two people who left the company 10 years ago. Nick Melillo with Foundation and Steve Saka with Dunbarton. They left 10 years ago and they started their own companies. They're celebrating their 10th year anniversary, both of them this year. And Liga, Drew Estate is still putting out the same cigars. And so for me, it's like, wait a minute. The guys who made the cigar, they've been gone for 10 years. And y'all still doing the same thing? And I'm a traditionalist. So those who love the Ligas, I mean, I'm sure they're great cigars. But for me, I mean, you gotta change and evolve. You gotta get better. You gotta mix it up. And I just feel as if the Ligas just didn't do that. It didn't do it for me. And now you got Lampert Limitadas. Now you got all these definitions and all these new companies. Avowed, the Hollowed Hand. So now you got all these new companies who are making darker cigars It just tastes better. So my brother said, Perdomo, they got the Legacy Shade Grown, Leaf by Oscar. All right. Let me get caught up with the chat. So as we continue, so Brother Young, I mailed him off a Rise and Grind pack. That's just filled with some of my some of the cigars I enjoy. Some of the stuff I gatekeep. Some of the stuff that's just good. And so what I'm going to do with all the cigars on this list that I have, I'm going to make sure I include that in tonight's pack. And so far, we've looked at this one. I got some of those, so I'm going to throw one of those in the pack. So the Cuesta Ray Sun-Grown. I'll make sure I'll throw that in the pack. And some of the other ones that we're going to see on this list. And of course, when I say a pack, some people give you a 5-pack. I ain't giving you no 5-pack. Come on. I'm going to give you like 10 cigars. Why? Because that's just what we do. That's like, look, just like I'm just giving out a bottle, a good bottle. If I'm going to send you something, look, it's going to cost me more to send it. So I might as well pack it with some cigars. And so we're going to give out the Rise and Grind pack. I'm going to give you all the cigars that's on this list, 95 rated by cigar aficionados, and then just throw in some good ones that I just enjoy. And so we're going to do that. All right. We're going to do, let's see. Hashtag best. Hashtag BEST. Hashtag BEST. And then on Tuesday, I'll announce it when I've got Brian from Pravada. He's going to be on Tuesday. So we're going to do that show. That show is going to be at 4:30 Pacific. That means I'm going to leave work early. I usually don't leave work till 4:30. But Brian's on the East Coast. So he said, dude, I can't do it that late. And so on Tuesday, we're going to give away another Rise and Grind pack. But hashtag best. Because we're just talking about the best cigars of all time. Hashtag BEST. Go ahead, engage with the video. Make sure you're hitting like. I said I'm not doing a long show tonight. We halfway done, I think. I'm smoking this Lampert. I think it's called a Don Patron. This is their black card. Smoke really good. I'm going to jump into this. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. In this pack, because one of the cigars that Cigar Aficionado ranks very high is this Gelles Saunter. I don't have any more of these, but I got a bunch of Warp Cocodrillos. So Warp makes the Cocodrillo, and they make this Saunter. I love you, but I'm going to put in a bunch of Warp Cocodrillos. So I'm going to fill the pack up with some Cocodrillos and then some good stuff. So hashtag best. BEST. All right. Let's get it going. Check in. Hashtag BEST. Let me get caught up with the chat. Let me see what y'all was saying. Let me see what y'all was saying when I went off on my rant. I don't know why I go off on these rants. Because I just don't get it. How? So we don't want to offend the people anymore. All right. So somebody doing something weird. We can't. Somebody doing something right in front of your face. I mean, I saw a dude. Listen, I didn't come here to talk about all this. In fact, I'm gonna do a live entitled that. I didn't come to talk about this. I'm walking into Total Wine. God honest truth. I see a guy. He's got a beard, full beard, and he's wearing a dress, but not just a regular dress. He's wearing a dress like you would wear like in the 1920s. Like a dress like Queen Elizabeth would have worn. And he's just minding his own business. He's minding his own business. I'm minding my own business. And he's got a purse. And his hands are in his pockets. The pockets of the dress. And I'm staring at the guy. because it's an odd scene. And so my wife is with me. She's like, hey, why are you staring at him? Stop staring at the guy. And I'm like, I'm staring at him because I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because my natural protector abilities, my natural stance as a man is to say, this looks odd, and I want to look at it and make sure everything is fine. Because I'm like, wait a minute. He's wearing what looks like a dress, but maybe he got some guns underneath this thing. Like, it just looked, my spidey senses went off, and I said, look, something's going on. I need to see what's going on. And so my wife's like, don't stare. I'm like, no, yeah, I'm going to stare. This dude's got a full beard and wearing a 1920s dress. Hands are in his pockets. He's got a purse on. And it was like a hot day at the time. So I'm like, this is an odd scene. And I'm not going to act like I don't see it. And so the way where we are now as a society, they say, don't say nothing. Don't look at it. You know what happens when guys wearing trench coats and they walk into a building and everyone's like, don't look, don't say nothing. We gotta stop acting like we don't see what we see. We gotta stop acting like we don't see stuff right in front of our face. And so I think we got to open our eyes, take the veil off. And the same thing they want us to do in society, they want us to do in everything else. My brother rocking some Dylan Blue. Great. You know what? That's a great masculine fragrance. Love it. It's got that patchouli in it with some ambroxan. It's a good fragrance. Brother Mark walks in the room, you smell him. You pick up on it. You're like, oh, something smells good. Who's that? Who smells so good? I'm guaranteed when he walks in the room, the human beings in the room who have noses smell it. And they say, oh, I smelled something. And they look in his direction. That's natural. That's human. I just want us to get back to doing that. To being normal again. And it all starts with, can we just speak and say what we see? Say what we taste? Say what we feel? And stop trying to be politically correct and stop trying to be right? Stop trying to not offend? Look, if you make a bad cigar and I say the cigar sucks, is that offensive to you? If I cook a meal and my kids are like, oh, Dad, nah, this one wasn't it. There's a thing I do in my house where if my wife, I'm going on 20 years of marriage this year. If my wife makes a meal and it don't taste good, as we're eating it, I'll say to her, I'll say, hey, did you have a bad day today? I'll say this to my lovely wife, 20 years. I'll say, hey, what were you thinking when you made this food? I'll say to her, I'll say, were you angry when you made it? And we know what that means. And she'll say it to me too. She'll be like, if I make a meal, some spaghetti or something, and it don't taste good, she'll be like, were you distracted when you made this? It don't taste good. It don't mean she don't love me and I don't love her. It just means something's missing. It don't taste right. And I think we're so scared to even just speak and say, nah, it don't taste good. So if I smoke a cigar and it don't taste good, I'm not offending the cigar company. No, I'm just saying it don't taste good. And it's okay to say that. All right. The Gilberto Oliva Noir. That's a great cigar. And so when I pretty much was starting my journey young, I used to always have those. That's a good one. Yeah, if I say I don't like a cigar, but here's the thing. When I say I don't like a cigar, I mean, I've done over 400 videos, right? There's probably only like 2 cigars. God honest truth. There's only been 2 cigars. So everyone who tries to say, "Oh, don't say what you..." No, listen. There's only been maybe 2 cigars, and we done talk about them tonight already. There's been 2 cigars where my taste bud said, "I don't like how this tastes," and somebody else says, "I do like how it tastes." I know we think it happens all the time, but it doesn't. Most of the times, we are in agreement with each other. The Cocodrillo, I said I don't really like how it tastes. But I did say I get a sense that if you like woodsy notes, you probably like it. And then I said I didn't like how the Ferio Tego Timeless tasted. And I said, I think I might have said, yeah, I could see why you would like it. Like right here. God, I'm just going through the chat. Brother says, try the Timeless Supreme. This show is real. I'm just scanning through the chat, just saying honestly what has been the experience. There's not a whole bunch of cigars where one person says it sucks and then a bunch of people says, no, it's good. That doesn't happen. In my whole time on YouTube, it's happened twice. The Cocodrillo was one where I said I don't really like it too much, and other people said they liked it. And most of you would say, nah, it wasn't that good. And the Timeless Supreme, 2 times, which shows you that usually we're on the same page with each other. Why? Just like we all see the same thing. And my show, I used to, and I'll probably get back to doing this. I used to do fragrances. We all know what a good fragrance smell like. We're all the same, my friends. So stop letting them tell us, oh, it's subjective. To an extent. But if somebody smells good, if they wearing some Creed Aventus and it smells good, we all know what that smells like. All right, so I'm about to light up because we're going to wrap this show up. I got like 5 more cigars. I got this Saunter. And so I'm going to cut this real quick. Cut too much. Cut like a rookie. Y'all got me nervous. Right before you. So Cigar Aficionado ranked it very high. They gave this a 95. I've never smoked this before. I used to love I still love them. I got a whole box of them. If you can ever get your hands on some of the Warp Chinchale. That's a cigar, generally speaking, most human beings smoke it and say, we like it. And so this cigar, I'm going to smoke this. So you guys have done the hashtag best. If you haven't done that, hashtag best. We'll be linking up on Tuesday with Pravada. And Pravada, Brian from Pravada. And so I get in trouble for saying what I think is just truth. Brian from Pravada, I was on their page the other day. He's got like over 30,000 subscribers. And I think the Pravada Cigar Club has like over probably 30,000 members. He gets in trouble because he gives you education on the cigars. And so that's when I knew that we were in trouble. If you say what the cigar tastes like to you, people get mad. And if you give information on the cigars, if you say to somebody, hey, look, that cigar that you just paid $30 for, It's the same tobacco as this cigar that costs $4. If you say the truth, people get mad. But the Bible says there'll be a time when right will be wrong and wrong will be right. All right, so let's just continue with the show. I didn't come to bother nobody. So I'm smoking this Saunter. First draw, tasted pretty good. I like it. It's a good thing I'm drinking. I purposely, if you guys ever wanted to know about pairing, because I was smoking this Connecticut cigar, and now I'm smoking what appears to be more of a milder. It seems milder based on the color. So I wanted to go, normally I go with a high proof whiskey or some scotch. So I said, let me go with, so that's why I went with the Eagle Rare. Because I knew I didn't want to have something high proof that will just blow my taste buds out. So I said, let me go with something milder. All right. Speaking of mild cigars, so we continuing. We didn't come to bother nobody. All we doing is just talking about cigars. Cigar Aficionado has come up with some list. This is their list. They've been doing this for like 40 years or so. I said, what's their best ranked cigars? What's the stuff they said is the best? 95 ratings and above. To show you how just honest, objective I am. Make sure you're doing hashtag best. If you're watching this, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're engaging with the content. I want to do cigar stuff. I can do whiskey stuff. I can do fragrance stuff. I can go on a tangent, do some social commentary, tell you what's wrong with the society. I throw a Bible verse at you. Why? Because that's what I do in real life. In real life, I'm working the office. You ever been working in the office? You got to step outside because you got to pray with a member and then jump back inside and go off on your guys at work? Like, that's me. That's just, it doesn't stop. It's just authentic. It's real. So I can't separate it and say, oh, don't talk about God. Don't talk about, nah, it's all my truth. And so we do this just to bring you some entertainment on a Friday night as we unwind. All right, so let me unwind. Let me relax, chill. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button. So now we're gonna get to, and again, this list, I just went on to Cigar Aficionado, just pulled up their list, their best rated cigars of all time. I don't know what's necessarily on here. I mean, I got the images for you. Didn't do any research. I got the images at 6:15. Show starts at 6:30. And so this is just truth. Brother Marsh says, coming like Oliva. They have the tiers of tobacco. And that's what I really want people to understand. They take the higher quality stuff. They might call that Series V Melanio. They take the other stuff. They might just call that Series V. You know, it's all the same tobacco. A lot of it is just based on aesthetics. It might be the same tobacco, but does it look good? Because they understand the human eye. They know our eyes see the same thing. They know our noses smell the same thing. And all I'm saying is our tongues pick up the same thing. So we're not that different. Cigar Aficionado. What else are they ranked really high? Boom. Padron 1926. The cigar I said I don't smoke. I don't like. So listen. So this was back in 2025. It might have gotten the cigar of the year that year. Got a 96. One of the highest scores ever. Now, I wish I can smoke the 1926. I honest to God wish I could. I want to smoke them. I feel like smoking them, but I can't do it. Now, is it delicious? Yeah, it's delicious. Is it good? Yeah, it's good. But the way my body is set up, I just can't do them right now. And so I put out a video, which you would say it's I'm a cigar content creator. I drink a lot of water. So if you're smoking cigars, drinking whiskey, drink water. That'll help you to taste what you're tasting. When I'm actually doing videos, if you notice, I'm usually just drinking water. As I do my lives, I'm drinking water. So I really want to taste the product. Another good thing to do is to use carbonated water. So that really helps keep your taste buds, because we all got the same taste buds. Carbonated water helps to refresh your palate. I did a video like you just saw. Why I don't smoke Padrones. The video, yes, it's done well. Look at the comments. There ain't nobody that's like, oh, you crazy. You wrong. You off base. Nah. Over 180 comments. Not 180 views or likes. No, comments. A person typed 180 times. So I'm a social scientist. So you would think if we're going to do an analysis out of 180 comments, you figure, okay, at least 20 of them is going to be something saying, no, you're wrong. I disagree. Nah. There might have been 2. We're talking about like 0.0001%. I did a video saying, and Padrones are the best. All right, let me bring this home. I'm a cigar content creator. I did a video essentially saying why I don't smoke one of the best, most celebrated cigar brands of all time. And 99% of the comments are people saying, I agree with what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I agree. I concur. And so Padron, I mean, I'm sure it's an amazing cigar. I hate to be in this place in life where I'm like using my platform to say it's not good. I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. And if we could just be honest and just say it. We're living in a day and a time where if you just say the honest truth, that is a controversial take. I wish Padron would, I don't know, do something different, mix it up a bit. Brother says he's new to cigars. And this is most people. He's new to cigars, trying it out. He's got a nice career, so he's got some disposable income. And so that probably leads him to buying Padrones. He says he smoked a lot of trash due to following influencers. And here's the thing, and this is why I get so mad. I'm going to leave this one up. Do you think, let me ask you this. So I'm just a regular guy, right? Content creator. I've come out with a video saying, yeah, Padrones are, I know they're the best, but I don't really like them. Do you think I'm the only cigar content creator that thinks that way? I just told you, over 180 comments and everybody agreed. Do you think, just think about it. Just do the math. Do you think I'm the only cigar content creator who thinks that way about Padron? You think I'm the only one that doesn't like them? The thing I've been trying to express to you guys tonight is we all thinking the same thing. We all taste it. We all know it. We all know if you go smoke a Padron, you better have a steak meal. You better have a 5-course steak meal. You better sit down. You better not have work the next day. We all know that. But you ever seen a video like that? Have you ever seen a video of somebody saying the most popular cigar I don't like? And when I do something like that, it's like, oh, it's controversial. Nah, it ain't. It's just truth. And I just said it. And the reason why the video is getting success is because most people are agreeing. Imagine when we live in a world where just saying the truth becomes so explosive. And so, as my brother says, and I really want to drive this home. He says he smoked a lot of trash due to following influencers. Let me ask you this. You think these influencers are smoking cigars? If you listen and you watch a video and you go out and buy that cigar and you're like, man, this cigar is trash. Do you think the influencer didn't know it was trash when he told you to go buy it? I mean, like, what? You think he thought it was good? What, his taste buds was so different than yours? Again, has there ever been a restaurant that the influencers recommended and you went to and it was trash? No, that ain't never happened. I know we like to say, oh, it's subjective. No, it ain't. It ain't subjective. Half the times, these fools is lying. It's lies. It's deceit. There ain't nobody smoking something, and they're like, oh my God, it's so good. Ain't nobody that smoked something, told you it was good, and you smoked it and it was trash. Nah, you got lied to. The man lied to you. He knew it was trash when he did the video. It wasn't that he liked it and you didn't. It was trash from the start. It was trash when he smoked it. It was trash when he did the video. It was trash when you smoked it. It was trash from the start, from the beginning, the middle part, and the end part. It was always trash. We're all the same, my friends. Again, there has never been a cigar. I got over 400 videos. Hopefully this just drives home the point. I don't know why I came to make this point. I did not come to say this. I've got 400 videos, right? Well over 400. Ain't nobody ever said, oh, Rise and Grind recommended a cigar. I smoked it and it was trash. That's never happened. You would figure like a troll would be like, oh, let me go and troll and say one of his recommendations was trash. It ain't never happened. It's going to be all kind of, this video probably, get a couple hundred, this live. There's not going to be a comment where someone says, you did recommend that one and it was trash and I didn't like it. We all know if something's good and if it ain't good. And I just think we ought to just get back to the point in life where we just be honest. Now, why would a man say something is good when it ain't good? Well, okay, well let's have this conversation. Hit like. Look, I'm giving y'all. I am saving. Who's my brother here? J Camp, my friend. The jewels I'm giving him and the jewels I'm giving y'all. He said he's new. He's been buying, wasting a lot of money. I'm dropping some jewels on you guys so you ain't wasting your money all the time. Let me put myself out here. Look, if Arturo Fuente calls me up tomorrow, or Carlito Fuente, and says, hey, I want to give you a whole ton of money, and I want you to say this cigar is good. Now, I'm not saying I don't have integrity and whatnot, but all I'm saying, if there's a business interest involved, people might, brother like me might say, oh, let me take the business deal. That's why I don't really do the brand thing. Because if you work for Pepsi and Pepsi come out with a new soda You gotta say the soda tastes good because you work for Pepsi. You gotta know who's buttering your bread. So if Pepsi, if your shirt says Pepsi and Pepsi comes out with a new soda, you better say the soda's good because that's your job. That's why I can't really do the brand thing, because I can't make those kind of statements. I can't. I can't do it. And so all I'm saying is, if somebody comes out with a whatever, they say, "Oh, the cigars are good," and you smoke it and you know it ain't good. That man who told you it was good, he knew it wasn't good. He probably had a reason to say what he said. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's continue on. If you know me, you know I love the Alec Bradley Prensados. I'll definitely make sure I'll put that in the pack. #best. This cigar got a 95 rating. I don't think it's... Listen, you can probably Google Alec Bradley review, and it's like mine and like 2 others. Like, nobody... It's a great cigar. I love the Alec Bradley Prensado. Wonderful cigar. Like I said, this issue date was 2024, but the cigar came out like 10 years ago. A good cigar. Really like this one. Brother said something about a McDonald's big arch for the executive. Yeah, I think I saw something like that. McDonald's came out with like a new sandwich or something, then the CEO had to like eat it, or I don't know, something like that. And I'm a capitalist. I'll be the first one to tell you, like, look, if somebody, if somebody endorses me and gives me a whole bunch of money, listen, if somebody sends me like some expensive whatever, it's the business. So all I'm saying is we got to separate the business, and we shouldn't have to separate the business from the truth. But listen, you got to understand when it's just business. And I think a lot of what I'm seeing is like, nah, it's just business. All right. Speaking of the truth. Okay. Let me contradict everything I just said. All right. Cigar Aficionado said the blackened M81 was a 95 rated cigar. I disagree with this one. And let me know. Have you had the blackened one, M81? I think that, yeah, this cigar, and I have never in my life heard anyone say this cigar was good. If you had this cigar and you enjoy this, go ahead and give a shout out. Say, yeah, man, I smoked that one. I liked it. I did not like it. None of the blackened. I did not like any of them. I thought they were all... I didn't like these. And I've never heard anyone say, oh, yeah, it's good. Never. I've never heard anyone say that this was a good cigar. If you have, please let me know. Because we're all tasting the same thing. And we all think the same thing. So let's just be honest. Now, I think this was the highest rated cigar by Cigar Aficionado. The EP Carrillo Pledge prequel, or whatever Vitola. The EP Carrillo Pledge. Good cigar. Simply good. I think they're saying this came out in 2021. Good cigar. EP Carrillo. I did a video the other day entitled Cigars for the American Palate. I think this one was just made for us. It's beefy, it's oily, it's tasty, it's strong, it's flavorful, spicy, everything. I believe it's got a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper on here. Just a simply tasty cigar. Good cigar. That's us. We go to a restaurant, we get steak and potatoes. We put A1 steak sauce on our steak. We just want something that tastes good. Sometimes you just want something that tastes good. And the EP Carrillo Pledge simply tastes good. I don't think there's no one that could say it doesn't taste good. It's a fine cigar. A fine one. All right. My friend says thoughts on the Oliva G series. And so, yes, I do like the G series. It is the African Cameroon wrapper. I think if you're looking for an economical smoke, go with the Oliva Series G. I am such a big lover of Don Carlos. It makes me say, just spend the extra money, get you the Don Carlos. And it's going to sound blasphemous, but Definition cigars. And I'm going to stop promoting all these companies. We got to do some business. I'm putting a lot of money in a lot of these guys' pockets. Last time I'm going to do this. Definition Noir. I think that's a great cigar. It's African Cameroon with a Nicaraguan filler. So you get that sweetness. And I think Definition did it better than Oliva did it. So if I can't have the real thing, if I cannot have the Don Carlos, then I'm going to have a Definition Noir. I think that's a great cigar. Fantastic cigar. It's a small brand out of, brothers are out of the Texas area, Fort Worth area. All right, we're almost done. An hour, 46 minutes into this. We just came just to give the people some content on a Friday night. We're going to drop some content for you on Sunday. I haven't dropped a Sunday video in a long time because of football. So I'm not competing with the NFL. I'll drop a video for you on cigars that are hyped. That's worth it. That's all we try to do. Just bring you some honesty. I'm not getting no kickbacks from the brands. Just talking to my people. I think sometimes the game is to be told and not sold. And so when I do my lives, I'm just giving the whole point of my channel is just to have some good conversation and to share with the people. Now I'm smoking this Saunter, and so it's good. Let me take one puff. It's pleasant. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good cigar. Now there was a lot of hype on it. If it's expensive, then I wouldn't buy it. But it's a good. It's decent. The professor here, the brofessor, makes an excellent point. Padron's got to be aged. He says, age it past the 4-year mark. I think you got to do that with Padrons. All right, we rounding out the list. We're about to wrap this thing up. An hour, 48 minutes. I told my wife I was going to do a quick hour. 97 rated. So let me see something. Okay. The Pledge got a 98. The Fuente Double Robusto Opus X. This one got a 97. Opus X, I don't have to tell you, look, I'm a big Opus X fan. It's fantastic cigars. I love them. I need to have Opus X on hand at all times. To me, it's the best. Opus X is the best. Love them. I wouldn't go crazy and spend, more than $30 on a cigar. I really like the God of Fire. That's what I like, because I like the God of Fire by Carlito with the African Cameroon wrapper. Opus X is only an Opus is an Opus. Only a Fuente is a Fuente. And so if you want to talk about, it got a 97 rating. It's an amazing cigar. I like it. I wish it had more strength on it. I wish it had a little bit more complexity. In the double Robusto size, I really like that. I like that Vitola. And as we close, so the number, this one got a 97. What else got like a 90, above 96, 97? As far as Cigar Aficionado, we're going to end the show. One of my favorites. We've been talking about this all night. Remember, I didn't do any prep. Don't really know what cigars is coming next. We end the show with the Don Carlos Eye of the Shark. And so I keep a box of these on hand. These are good. So I love the Don Carlos. I've been talking about it all night. The Eye of the Shark, it's this box press shark vitola. I think sometimes when I smoke it, I feel like it's the notes are more concentrated because, as you can see from this box, this is like a pyramid type shape, but it's also box press. So I think that channels a lot of the notes and the flavors towards your tongue, which we all have. It's a great cigar. I mentioned the other day, I smoked on Tuesday night. I had a Don Carlos Presidente. I think I noticed what a Don Carlos is. They're just all good. Regardless of the vitola, whether it's a Robusto, whether it's a Bellicoso, whether it's the number 2, whether it's the Shark, they're all just good. It's just good. It is just simply good. So Cigar Aficionado gave it a 97. You know what that means? It means it's good. It's good. There ain't no human being that's ever smoked the Don Carlos, any of them, and said, oh, I'm underwhelmed. I wasted my money. I didn't like it. There is no person who's ever said anything bad about a Don Carlos. It's my favorite. The African Cameroon is my favorite wrapper. So therefore, the Don Carlos is one of my most favorite cigars. I love it when they did, again, the God of Fire by Carlito uses the African Cameroon wrapper. I think it's more of a complex version of the Don Carlos. But bottom line, the Don Carlos. Now, on this list, I could have showed you other high-rated cigars. You got the Oliva Series V Milanio. I could have showed you that. There's tons of Padrones. I could have showed you that. But at the end of the day, there's 2 cigars that really jump out. Highest rated cigars by Cigar Aficionado. The Pledge. That's just made for Americans. I know people don't like me to say that. Shouts out to my international audience, but the Pledge is just tasty. And if you're talking about just smoking experience, the only thing I don't like with the Don Carlos Shark, I don't like the size of it. So it's like this Robusto as a box press pyramid. I mean, so it's a small package, but it's good. I've got half a box right now, and they're really hard to come by. I wouldn't pay a whole ton of money for them, and by that I just means I wouldn't go over $30 for it, but it's good. The Don Carlos number 2 is just a great cigar, an amazing cigar. And so we shared with you the list. We wrapping this up. Best cigars of all time. Agent Room. You can easily find these. Go buy them. When I do my pack, I'm going to send somebody. I'm going to put this in the pack. So hashtag best. If you haven't done it, hashtag best. And hashtag best. Just hit hashtag best, even if you've done it already. I will, because I just count it as entries. So hashtag best. It increases your chances of getting selected. And so we gotta show our show on. I don't even know what we're gonna do on Tuesday. I got Brian from Pravada. We may not even talk about cigars. I'm a cigar guy. He's obviously Mr. Cigar. But we just gonna talk. We just gonna have a conversation. That's what we're gonna do. In my pack, hashtag best. I'm gonna throw this one in. I'm gonna throw in the Questra. I see my brother Big Manny. Big Manny's trying to win. So Big Manny has won. So he's got a pack of cigars headed to him right now. In there, I put some stuff I gatekeep. And I gave him a bunch of Avowed cigars. Some of that new stuff. This cigar, so you've been seeing me lighting it a lot. This is the Saunter, the one on your screen right now. It's pretty good. Cigar Aficionado gave it a 95. It's a delicate, pleasant cigar. I would say it's not the best thing for my palate. I wish it had more flavors. But I can understand why I got rated so high. I mean, I probably wouldn't buy it again. It's okay. To my Liga fans, there you go. Padron fans, there you go. Look, Padron got a 96 rating. It's good. It's fantastic. What I've learned, and I think I might even do this. If you notice, this Vitola, the number 6. So that's like a small little cigar. It's like less than a Robusto. I've noticed if I smoke those in the small packages, then they're pretty good. I probably just can't do them as a bigger stick. 95, Alec Bradley Prensado. This one was trash. Okay, I think everyone could agree. This cigar right here, nobody liked this one. Nobody liked the Blackened. That one was trash. Most people enjoyed the EP Carrillo. Everybody likes Obas X. In the 97, the Don Carlos Shark. All right, that's the show. We came. I'm going to answer a few questions. So again, fragrances, I think I'll get back to doing that, especially as we get into the springtime. We'll get back into those kind of things. Because look, during the wintertime, you wearing coats and jackets. Come the springtime, my friends, we're going to talk about, you got to put some powder on, you got to do some manscaping. Yeah, the fragrances will come out. So I think we'll switch it up come springtime. I'll end the show, talking about our fragrances because it all matters. It's how we present ourselves to the world. One question I see here. Have I tried the My Father Le Bijou? Yeah. Did a whole video on that. I think it's a video entitled like something about fatherhood. And so I think Don Pepin, is it Don Pepin? Or whoever runs My Father, I can't remember the name. He did that as a tribute to his father. His father was born in 1922. So, good cigar. It's got some strength on it. I think I showed that cigar on my video for best cigars to have with coffee. And so that cigar tastes like coffee. So check that one out. Our brother here likes the Undercrown 10. All right. I didn't love the Undercrown 10, but yeah. Drew Estate has put out some good stuff. Much respect to Drew Estate. So again, you've been seeing the content. Make sure you're supporting the channel. I'm switching things up because I've been putting out too much content. That's what I realized. I'm putting out too much content. And so I'm scaling back the content, but I'm going to keep up the engagement. What I mean by that? So you're going to get tons of shorts. So I'm gonna fill you up with a whole bunch of shorts. I might try to do 2 lives from time to time. And so next week I'm gonna drop 2 lives on you. doing the live for me is easy because I'm just doing what I'll be doing anyway. Kicking it with my friends, just talking, just having conversation. This is what I do in the lounge. This is what I do in real life. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna be with my friends, my fraternity brothers, and like 20 young men. And we're just gonna talk. That's what we do on this channel. And so make sure you support the content when it comes out. And so just hit like when the videos drop. There's a new thing, the hype button. Hit that. I think it helps the channel. I think it helps the videos. One of the things I've always said, and I said this almost like a challenge to say, and that's the whole point of my channel. I took a risk. If I can just level with you. I had a channel and yeah, listen, I'm gonna get all vulnerable. I might start crying. I started my channel based upon, it was my truth, but it was also what was popular. And so the video that blew up my channel, I did a video on Blanton's, a popular whiskey. I figure most people want to hear about that. 90,000 people watched it. And so the channel just took off. But now I'm in a place where I'm thinking, you know what? Instead of doing stuff for views, what if I just leaned in on truth? What if I just talk to the people? Just connect. Because listen, I've seen what the success looks like. I've gotten that already. I know what that looks like. I know what it's like to get 1,000 subscribers every day for like 2 weeks. I've done that. But now I'm in a place where I'm saying, you know what? Let's use the platform for something else. Let's talk some truth. And a lot of it is risky. It's all risky. Because I done said to all the brands, leave me alone. I'm not messing with y'all. I done said some things that you're not supposed to say. And so I took a gamble. I said, you know what? Let's do some truth. Let's see how this works. Let's just tell the people the truth. Let's tell them. And yes, on Tuesday, when I sit with Brian from Pravada, all he does is tell the truth. He leaned in. He went against the whole industry. I mean, they done canceled him like 3-4 times. And I can say this to you guys. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard when I sit down and I'm like, okay, do a video. I know how to do a video that's going to get views. But then I say, no, don't even do that one. Do something that just speaks your truth. Don't do the video on best 5 cigars. Lean in on your truth. So yeah, the Padron video I did the other day, that was a risk. That's like being a car salesman and you do a video saying, I don't like Mercedes-Benz. Like that's a risk. And so I'm saying this because I thank you guys for rocking out with me, for being a part of this journey as I take this risk. Because I've leaned, listen, there's 1 or 2 ways you can go with a channel. You can get with the brands, let them sponsor you. Okay, there's that path. I could have took it. Should have took it. You know, I'm just saying. I could have took it. But then I said, nah, I'm going to cancel everything and just deal with the people. I'm going to step away from all of it. I mean, I was getting, listen, there was a point where my wife said, you need a post office box. My wife said, we can't keep doing this. I had like bottles getting sent to the house all the time, humidors, cigars, cutters, lighters. My wife said, you need to get you a post office box because we can't just have all these products. I would come home from work and there's like all kind of boxes in front of the house. Everybody's sending me boxes. Try my cigar, try my whiskey, try my humidor. And I came out and I said, you know what, brands, y'all can keep y'all products. I'm just doing this for the people. If you notice behind me, there ain't no brands, there ain't no... They've all reached out and I said, no. I said, I'm going to take a risk. I'm just doing this with the people. I'm just one guy. And I'm just going to speak the truth. I'm going to pray before my show. I'm going to talk about masculinity, femininity, patriotism. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing in the community. I'm just going to lean in. And I figured, okay, it ain't going to work. They're going to cancel you. You're going to be, it ain't going to get the views. And I did it. And the only thing that can keep this channel going is you guys. So every time I highlight my brother here, Big Manny. Every time a video comes out, he just leave a comment. There's a reason, if you notice, I respond to every comment. I told you I just dropped a video last week, the Padron video. And it's all my videos, every single comment. That video had over 180 comments. I responded to every single one of them. Why? Because, yeah, that's what the channel is going to be. It's going to be me and the people. I mean, I decided that a long time ago. So y'all got to help, because I done told the brands to leave me alone. I done told all the content creators, like, nah, y'all leave me alone too. If you all ever wonder, how come Rise and Grind don't be on no panels and hooking up with other people? Like, nah, I done told everybody. It's just me and the people. Brother says, if you like Blanton's, try Frank August. So, my friend, brother, on the video that I did for Blanton's, well, not for Blanton's, but about Blanton's, one of the alternatives that I listed was Frank August. And so when Frank August first started, I helped their name to get out there. And so that was a couple years ago. So yes, Frank August is good. And I put that in that video as far as a great Blanton's alternative. I appreciate you, my brother. See, I see every comment. I know Big Manny's gonna support. And that's all I'm asking. I ain't gonna never ask y'all for no money or no. Just support this. Just support what we doing here, because it's different. I said, look, I'm gonna come on here and just talk to the people. Sounds like a good problem to have. Yeah, it was. And again, imagine starting a channel and 3 weeks later is blowing up. And it was a lot. You're getting brand deals and all this stuff, and I stepped away from it. You ever heard like that rapper who could have made it big and he like said no? Yeah, that was me. And I said to my wife one night, she's like, so why'd you start the channel if you don't want all that? And I said, nah, I started the channel for a different reason. I didn't start it to deal with brands. Listen, I worked for Boeing, if you guys don't know that, for like 17 years. I'm so corporate, it's coming out of my ear hole. I'm tired of the corporate. All I do is corporate stuff. And so I said, when I start my channel, it's just going to be the people. That's it. No corporate influence. Because that's all I'm doing all day long. I mean, if you don't know my career and whatnot, it's too much. So this channel is just for us, my friends. Hopefully I present the content in such a way that it just respects and honors the people. So that's what we came to do. We 2 hours in. I said it's going to be an hour. I got nothing else to say. I'm done. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the hype button. hit the share button. I'm willing to bet there's probably people who don't know about what we're doing. So make sure everybody knows, because I do think that, again, the point of today was to show we're all the same. If you smoke a cigar and you thought it was trash, it probably was trash. And it's okay to say it. You ain't got to sugarcoat it. You ain't got to be politically correct. It's a cigar. It's all right. Look, this cigar here, this Saunter, it's above average. It's okay to say it. I'm not hurting nobody by saying it. You know, like Warp made the cigar. They knew what it was when they made it. You ever made a meal and you know it wasn't good? Like, listen, the cigar companies, they make a lot of cigars. Just like I make a lot of videos. I know some of the videos ain't good. They ain't all gonna be winners. The cigar companies do the same thing. They'll make a cigar and it's like, yeah, we'll see if they buy it. It's okay to admit sometimes and say, yeah, that one cigar was trash. It's not disrespectful. It's not hurting nobody. It's just being honest. And so that's all we came to do tonight. Just bring you some truth and honesty, because the truth will set you free. All right, I got a big week this week. Mentoring some kids tomorrow. Preaching on Sunday. We just came to give you some entertainment. And if we did that, if we help you in any way, hit like, hit subscribe, hit hype, all that stuff, just to help us. Because I always said, what if we become the biggest? What if the guy who stepped away from all the brands succeeded in doing that? So I think it'd be a pretty cool story. So like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, rise and grind.